Travis, let's start with the third period. How pleased were you with your group's ability to battle back and find a way to win this game?
Yeah, very pleased. Overall, pleased with the game. Obviously, there's a lot of ebbs and flows in a game, especially when you play a team like Toronto. Didn't like the start of our third. I thought we were on our heels a little bit, and then we got going.
How important was Thatcher in that stretch to hold you guys in the game when they were heavily out shooting you?
Yeah, I think they got, I don't know what it was at the end. I think 9 shots in the first 7 minutes or something, or 8 minutes. And, he stood tall there.
Okay, next up is Ian McIntyre.
Travis, we've asked you a lot about JT Miller this year. What would you say about him tonight in the way he played?
Yeah, he was very good. We've asked him to step in and play center. He's had a taste of playing center when he plays with PD because he does take a lot of face-offs and ends up playing down low. Just felt like that was a natural fit as a replacement. And, it's a tall task when you're going up against, some of their lines that they have. He's played head-to-head against Tavares' line pretty well for both games. And he was good tonight.
And most of the players don't know the stats that you guys hadn't won a game from behind. But when you win a game this way against that team, might it help you down the road?
I think it'll give us confidence. I do think our team has been feeling good about their game. They haven't been getting the results, and that's been probably a mental fight with themselves. Even as us with coaches, how we talk to them, when to push them, when to turn the heat up, knowing that their confidence, no matter what, even when you're playing well and you haven't won, it does get a little bit draining on you mentally. So this should help, hopefully. But I think our group also believes that they're a good team and they can play with anyone. We talked about that with our group. There's been a lot of talk locally, in our media about what we're doing, trading players, stuff like that, and we haven't let any of that into our room. Our players don't want to hear that. Our coaches don't want to hear that. It's only been half a season. We know that we probably should have a few more wins, and we'd be having a lot of different conversations.
Okay, next we'll go to Farhan Lalji.
Travis, I want to ask you about the power play and just, it hasn't been a difference maker as much as it was a year ago, but certainly was tonight.
For sure. Yeah, they got 2 big goals tonight, so it was good. It's not surprising. I'm not surprised that they scored. I think we got good players on the power play.
With JT and what he's doing at center right now, would you consider making that a more long-term thing for this season, even if it means splitting him and PD up?
I haven't thought about it yet. I'll worry about that when the time comes.
Okay, next up we'll go to Patrick Johnson.
Travis, the first goal, JT walked us through it and said, that was sort of an option you guys had prepared for. When you see it work as well as it did, even without scoring the goal, is the process as important as the result in that moment for you as a coach?
I think there's a lot of moments like that when you're talking about the power play. These guys work hard. Newell Brown works hard with them, looking for different looks that we can throw at them once in a while. And a lot of times good things happen, but the puck doesn't end up in the net. I think that unit's, they've done a lot of good things this year and should probably have a higher percentage as far as the power play goals and probably scored a few more goals than they have. And it was nice to see them get rewarded tonight.
And do you expect PD to be available on Monday?
He's day-to-day right now, so.
Okay, and last question here for Coach Green. We'll go to Daniel Wagner.
So the shots were 39-31 for the Leafs. Did you feel like that was reflected in the scoring chances, or do you feel like you defensively kept them to the outside enough?
I think when you play a team like Toronto, you have to understand that you're going to give up some scoring chances. We knew that going into the game. There's a certain style of game that we wanted to play tonight. We wanted to have a certain style, a certain purpose to our game, but also understand that you're going to have to weather the storm. There's going to be times where you are in your zone. They've got a lot of skill in their lineup. They move the puck around. I thought we did a good job of that. And you know, when you play a team like that, your goaltender is going to have to make some big saves. I thought their goalie played well too. I thought we were better tonight than we were last game. And, but you're never just going to shut down a team and totally dominate them. So, yeah, to answer your question, I think defensively we played pretty well. There were stretches where I thought we really controlled the game, especially the last 15 minutes of the second period. I thought the first period was pretty good, pretty even period. They had some more shots than we did, maybe controlled a little bit of the play. I thought the second period we really pushed and dominated. When I say dominated, I thought we had the better of them in the last 15 of that period. And the third was kind of a tale of two periods, really. They pushed early and we pushed late.
And with Pettersson out, you get 3 points from Miller, 3 points from Besser, 2 points from Horvat. Is that exactly what you need when a star player goes out? You talked about Miller, but Besser as well having a kind of signature game.
Yeah, you need guys to step up. And really, we've talked about that with our game. It's not just because Petey's out. To a man, we need our players to play to their roles and play a certain style of game and not get away from our game. I thought our fourth line tonight with Beagle, Roos, and Howard gave us some good minutes too. Down in the offensive zone, they won some faceoffs. They got some pucks to the net. But again, when you're playing a team that has so much skill and depth, you're going to spend time in your zone, and there's going to probably each line had moments where they probably didn't look as good as they wanted to. But we also wanted to make sure that we got pucks behind them and made them defend as well. And I thought it was a really good team effort tonight. And a good example of just sticking with the game and sticking with the game plan and not getting sidetracked or getting down if things don't quite go perfect.
Okay, thanks, Travis. We'll leave it there
Okay.
for tonight. That will wrap up our post-game availability. Thanks, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you here next time.